Hello guys and welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. Once again I'm Greg and this is the Starting 11 show. Of course we got a repeat fixture, we got Bournemouth again, having just been dismantled by them in the Cup earlier this week. Bit of injury news, Onana and Gay both fit to play, but Calvert-Lewin has got some trifecta of injuries. We know about his shoulder, which luckily doesn't need surgery. He's aggregated a knee issue. Something's wrong with his hamstring. Somehow we've just dismantled the man. We've broken him, whether it's rushing him back from injuries or something to do with our physios, God knows. But the man is crocked. He's suffering all kinds of problems, and we'll probably rush him back and add another issue to him. So he will be missing out, of course. And with us having lost 5 of our last 7, that spells disaster. We're creatively bereft. I don't know if any of our out-and-out wingers have registered an assist yet. They're certainly not doing anything consistently that's worth taking note. We just don't have any ideas, whether that's because our wingers aren't capable or because we're setting up a attacking system that simply doesn't favour scoring goals with the personnel we do have. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, it's disastrous and it's marring us into a relegation fight once again. And of course the lack of Calvert-Lewin here will not help that. Looking at the team positively, Pickford in goal, another call up from Gareth Southgate for the England squad. Very good, very happy for him. Right back, last time out against Leicester it was Coleman, and Coleman had all of the limitations that Coleman brings. Patterson came on to replace him eventually, which seemed to me like a passing of the torch. You're back to fitness. Have a few minutes, but you'll be the main man going forward again. So I think Patterson comes back in. The centre-back partnership, Cody and Tarkowski. Cody, an interesting inclusion as well for Southgate's squad. Probably could have predicted it based on Southgate. Getting in ahead of Tomori, Tarkowski. Gurhey, I think, is interesting, but not one for today's video. Of course, Tarkowski and Cody. We rotate. I think we made 11 changes for Bournemouth, didn't we? For the Cup fixture, and we looked like we did. And the other centre backs in our squad got a chance, a run out, and of course conceded heavily a few times due to mistakes. And Lampard came out afterwards and said, "This is kind of the reason you've not been playing. You're going to keep making these mistakes. Your game time's going to be limited." It looks like Michael Keane's up for sale as soon as January rolls along. So Cody and Tarkowski, it will be. Mikalenko will obviously slot in. Right, that is considering we have no other options. Luckily, Onana and Garner, as I said in the intro, both fit again. So I imagine they slide into midfield next to each other. Iwobi just ahead. Of course, the fire seems to be burning a little more dull with Iwobi than it was at the beginning of the season, where every video would be, first name on the team sheet, we love Iwobi, look at what he's doing. That midfield seems to altogether have lost a bit of spark that they had at the beginning. Maybe that's because the expectation was there that they would be the foundation for us to springboard onto something bigger and better than getting sort of 0-0 draws. And it's not turned out that way. But that might just be the fact that everything around them has come apart. We've continued not to be able to attack, and with Patterson out, our back lines look more shaky. So maybe they've become a victim of both facets of the team around them becoming weaker. Regardless, of course, it'll be Maupay up front with no Calvert-Lewin. And I suppose on the wings it's got to be McNeil and Gray. Gordon's looked pretty dreadful this season. Gray at least had the decency to go over and clap the fans who travelled for the Bournemouth game earlier in the week. And to be honest, when the wingers are all underperforming to a level, that's the kind of differentiating factor for me that chooses if you start or not. How much do you look like you care? So that's the team. Pickford, Patterson, Tarkowski, Cody, Mikalenko, Onana and Garner, Iwobi, Gray, Maupay and McNeil. I just don't have much more to say than that. It seems that that's all we really have at the moment. There's probably a line to be said about Gardner. Other than that, who's knocking on the door? Let me know if this is the team you'd go with. Would you change shape? Is it just not working as it is? Do you go to a back five and look to stick to that when either Mina or Godfrey are back? Would you try sticking someone up top with Mopai? Maybe Rondon and Mopai? I hate it. Absolutely hate it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully this is at least less embarrassing than last time we played Bournemouth. I don't know how it could be more embarrassing. But either way, let's hope for a better video next week, and I will see you guys next time.